talk about an Excel slicer. What is it? A slicer basically filters data visually. Slicers make it easier and faster to filter tables, pivot tables, and pivot charts. So let's say I have a table. The nice thing about a table is I get the filtering buttons in each of my columns, and I can go through and filter each one of these. Well, let's say that I filter one of these columns on a regular basis. It's easier if I insert a slicer. So with my table selected under Table Tools Design, click Insert Slicer. And I'm just going to choose basically the heading that I want to create a slicer for. And so let's say it's by product name, and I can have as many as I want, or I can just have one. So let's just we'll do a couple. Product name and accessory type. And now I'm just going to move these over so they're out of the way a little bit. So if instead of coming over here and clicking the drop down arrow and then selecting what I want to filter by, I can just quickly do it right here in the slicer. If I hold down the control key, then I can select more than one. I can also filter by accessory type because I have that slicer up also. And if I want to clear, I can just click the arrow there. So it's just a lot simpler because you have it right there. You can do the same thing if you have a pivot table. So under the pivot table tools, design, analyze, I have insert slicer, and it's the same concept. I'm using the exact same data range, so I have the exact same headings here that I could choose from, product name or accessory type. Now in a pivot table, you can also set a filter here too, and so sometimes it's redundant, but it does have its purposes. And I think a slicer is really nice if you're creating a dashboard in Excel. Okay, that's what I have for slicers. I hope that helped clarify why you would use one and what they're for.